Hi, both. Thanks for joining us today on our Business Gurus channel, where we will be discussing key business topics to help students grasp the most important elements of their course in preparation for their exams and future career. Let's get started.
Welcome back to the deep dive. We're here again, filtering through the information overload to bring you, well, the insights that really count.
That's the goal.
And today, we're plunging into something absolutely fundamental to entrepreneurship, but maybe not always fully appreciated. It's the detailed work of organizing resources.
The engine room, you could say.
Exactly. It's what takes a fantastic idea from just, a thought into a business that actually operates and hopefully thrives.
It really is that bridge.
So this deep dive is built for you, drawing on material covering enterprise and entrepreneurship and also investigating small business.
Good sources. Pretty practical stuff.
Our mission, it's not just to define organizing resources.
Mhm.
We want to give you a really clear picture of how it actually works on the ground.
Yeah, what it looks like.
We'll look at the kinds of resources involved and, crucially, why getting this organization right is, well, it's everything. It's make or break.
Absolutely non-negotiable. When we look at what entrepreneurship is, the source material is very clear. One of the three core roles is exactly this: to organize resources.
Okay.
And it's not just like admin work. It's deeply strategic. Without that careful organization, the best idea in the world just stays an idea.
It stalls.
It stalls. It's the scaffolding, the foundation. Everything else gets built on top of that.
Okay, let's unpack that phrase, though. Organizing resources. It sounds, I don't know, almost simple, like tidying up.
If only.
But for an entrepreneur, what's actually involved? Where does it get complex? Because it feels like much more than just, getting your ducks in a row.
Oh, it's way more complex. It's not just about getting stuff. It's optimizing how you use it, managing its entire life, making sure it all works together.
Right.
For, someone really trying to understand business, the insight isn't just buying materials. It's seeing every single resource decision as a small investment. And if you manage those poorly, those small costs add up. They can really drag down operations, quietly eating away at your profits. It's this constant push for efficiency.
Okay, so let's make it concrete. Let's use that coffee shop example from the source material.
Good one. Very relatable.
So imagine you walk into your go-to coffee place. That smell of coffee, the buzz, the comfy chairs, maybe that big shiny machine.
The whole vibe.
Yeah, the whole vibe. Every single thing you see, touch, taste, it's there because an entrepreneur painstakingly organized a ton of different resources. It's not random.
Not at all. It's a carefully constructed experience. And if we start breaking down what goes into that, you immediately see the sheer volume of physical resources involved.
Okay, where do we start?
Well, the most obvious one, the premises.
Yeah.
The shop itself. The location.
Right, just finding a space.
But it's not just finding a space. It's thinking about foot traffic, who lives nearby, the rent, the lease terms, zoning.
Yeah.
Even how you'll lay it out inside. That's a huge decision.
A massive commitment, yeah. And then the core product, the coffee.
Ah, yes, the coffee. But again, it's not just coffee, is it?
No, definitely not.
You're looking at sourcing. Is it fair trade? Where is it from? Who are your suppliers? Are they reliable? How do you store it? How much do you keep? So you don't run out at 8 a.m. but also don't have steel beams.
Inventory management nightmare.
Exactly. And the equipment grinders, brewers, that espresso machine, maintenance, repairs, cost. Then the consumables. Cups, straws, lids, cutlery, plates.
Well, those little things.
Little things that add up. Are they eco-friendly? Branded? What's the cost per unit? They impact the environment, the budget, and how the customer feels.
And you can't forget the ingredients that go with the coffee.
Absolutely. Milk, sugar, syrups, toppings, perishables. Needs refrigeration, careful ordering, portion control. Are you offering oat milk, soy milk, local dairy? Every choice has cost and quality implications.
It's a web of decisions.
It really is.
Yeah.
And the environment itself. Tables, chairs, displays. It's not just furniture. It's about creating the right atmosphere, making sure people can move around, fitting enough seats in, making it comfortable, and making the cakes look good in the display case.
Right, the visual appeal. Durability matters too, I guess.
Durability, cleaning, maintenance, yeah.
Yeah.
And finally, many shops add merchandise. Mugs, beans to take home, maybe local crafts.
Another layer.
Yep. Another supply chain, inventory to manage, pricing, how it fits the brand. So you see, for every single physical item, the entrepreneur isn't just buying it. They're investing, managing risk, making sure it fits the bigger picture.
It really shows it's not a one-off task. It's constant. Managing suppliers, inventory, how things look. Every detail matters.
Constantly tweaking, constantly managing. And that brings us to a really crucial point. Resources aren't just the physical stuff you can touch.
Oh, right.
They're also human,
Yeah.
deeply human. We've got the coffee, the cups, the chairs, but none of it works without people.
Yes. The human resources, just as vital. You need staff.
Absolutely. The baristas making the drinks, the person at the till, the ones cleaning tables, they're the face of the business.
Your brand ambassadors, really.
Totally. And often you also need managers.
Right, someone overseeing things.
Exactly. People who handle schedules, make sure the quality is consistent, train new hires, keep the day-to-day operations aligned with the overall goals. They make the vision happen on the floor.
So the entrepreneur's job here isn't just hiring then.
Oh, far from it. Organizing human resources means attracting the right people first. People with the skills, yeah, but also who fit the culture you're trying to build.
That sounds challenging.
It is. Then it's interviewing effectively, hiring smartly, onboarding them well, providing training,
And keeping them.
and keeping them. That means creating a decent work environment, clear communication, fair ways to manage performance, motivating people, high staff turnover. It costs a fortune.
Yeah, retraining constantly, losing experienced people.
Exactly. It hits morale, consistency, customer service. So finding the right people, setting up their roles clearly, empowering them, helping them grow, it's a massive organizational task, but absolutely critical for a business that lasts. You're building a team.
Okay, so we've got the physical stuff, the people, but the source material also flags these key terms: risks, business decisions, and resources. How do they all, connect? For someone thinking about this or just trying to understand how businesses work.
Well, it all ties together. You simply can't separate organizing resources from managing risks and making constant business decisions.
How so?
Every resource choice carries risk. Choose a cheap coffee bean supplier. Risk bad coffee, unhappy customers.
Right.
Understaff the lunch rush. Risk slow service, lost sales, bad reviews. Overstaff, wasted wages. Don't maintain that expensive espresso machine.
Risk it breaking down mid-morning. Disaster.
Complete disaster. Lost revenue, angry customers. So the entrepreneur is constantly weighing these risks with every decision about resources.
So business decisions are essentially navigating those resource-related risks.
Precisely. And they're making these decisions all the time, often with imperfect information. Which supplier? Maybe use 2 suppliers to spread the risk. How much milk to order? Enough, but not so much it spoils.
Turkey ballot.
Very. How to schedule staff for unpredictable busy periods. Buy the best equipment now, or start cheaper and risk higher maintenance later. These aren't separate choices. The shop layout affects how staff work. Training affects service quality. It's all interconnected. The real skill is anticipating risks, weighing the options, making informed decisions, and then crucially being ready to change those decisions based on what actually happens. Adapting is this ongoing cycle of organizing, deciding, managing risk, learning, adjusting, optimizing. That's the core of it. Using limited resources wisely to chase a vision, knowing every choice has consequences.
That really drives it home. The ability to juggle all the physical things, the people, the risks, the decisions, that is successful entrepreneurship. It's what turns a good idea into a business that actually works day in, day out.
It separates the dreamers from the doers in many ways.
Yeah. It's the complex, often unseen hard work behind the scenes. That meticulous, adaptive organization is key.
Absolutely.
So wrapping up this deep dive, the key takeaway for you is that entrepreneurship goes way beyond just having an idea or being brave enough to start.
Yeah.
It's fundamentally about this detailed, continuous process of organizing resources, both the things and the people. That coffee shop example, it really shows the level of detail involved. Every bean, every cup, every staff member, carefully orchestrated. It's the hidden structure that makes it all work.
And thinking about all that effort, all that organization, it leads to a really interesting question for you, the listener, to chew on. If the entrepreneur is doing all this organized, getting the coffee, the cups, hiring the staff, managing the risks, why are they doing it? What's the ultimate point? What needs is all this complex organization actually trying to meet? Not just for the business itself, but for you, the person buying the coffee.
Ah, interesting.
Specifically, think about this. Our sources suggest there are 4 main customer needs that really drive this whole engine. What might those be? Why does all this organization ultimately matter to the person walking through the door?
Something to think about next time you're waiting for your latte, perhaps? Consider all that organized effort and what need it's truly fulfilling for you. Thanks for joining us on the Deep Dive.
See you next time.
Thanks to both of you for joining us today. You've been listening to the Business Gurus. Let's now hand it over to you. What further questions do you have based on what we've discussed so far? Leave a comment and we'll get back to you right away. If you haven't already, hit that follow for more business tips.